Good morning, everyone. This is Anne-Marie Band for the Benzinga Pro platform, and we're looking at a Moneyball morning after Jerome Powell just took the stage and said, hey, listen, we're going to do what it takes. So let's think about how the market responded to this first event, right? We had a little spike up in the morning, but as soon as things really started flowing, they ended up flowing downward as soon as the day began. So what is it that traders are really thinking here? If we see this fade, I mean, he already told us that that's what he was going to do. Nothing he said was a surprise. So the lovely thing about Jerome Powell is that he generally says what he means. And the first person he talked about was Paul Volcker, and what did he do? He said, hey, Paul did whatever he had to do. Doesn't matter if that's a recession, but we really are in a technical recession because we've had more than two declining months of negative growth. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, who cares whether we're in recession or not? It's just a word. Let's just look at what is happening in the environment. And so the reason I kept some of these long puts that we've had is really because I was anticipating that the market folks who were holding out for the Fed pivot because they're thinking to themselves, wait a second, doesn't he know what he's doing? And people are saying, oh, you know, he's an idiot, blah, blah, blah. Listen, tread lightly. Imagine if you were given that flaming bag of you know what. That is what's going on right now in fiscal policy and monetary policy. It's just all a mess. So that's me. I've just hopped off the soapbox. Now we're going to look at what did the traders just do? And very interestingly, they're coming in to these support edges that we're seeing right here. Let's look at the chart more closely. We've got a 3 right here on our daily, and we really have had a slurry, 3 meaning an outside candle, and that outside candle is going to go right into support areas, my thought. Now remember, down here is the open of the month. Clearly, this move downward shows that some traders are very disappointed with what it is that they believe that they heard. They thought to themselves, oh, you know, we're data dependent. That means things look bad. They're going to pivot. He didn't say anything. And he said, hey, you know, we're going to do what we're going to do. But see, he didn't tell us what he was going to do. Not yet. And so, although we know what it is that he's going to do, we don't know in what measure he's going to do it. We're just seeing traders pulling back into support. So for the rest of the day, what you're going to be looking at, importantly, is how traders manage these support zones. Now, the Qs have been a little weaker. They're coming right back into their monthly open. The SPY hasn't done that yet, right? And so we are seeing some weakness there. If the Qs are leading us downward, that means there's going to be a moment where this turns over and fades. Don't buy the dip here so much so as, hey, I'm going to pick it up at XYZ. Try to think about, let's see where price action is giving us the motion that says, you know what, let's see if things move forward. Now, what I want to do really quickly, like running into the end of that 5-minute clip, I really don't like it going longer than that, but so I won't. What I'll do next time is show you a volume profile and how you can see what the market is doing when we come into these lower levels. And what I am seeing is that, wow, I just looked at net market flow and it has been positive and it's now shifting negative. So we're going to see what happens here. But traders are going to try and hold this edge. This is my belief. I don't think it's a runaway train to the downside. And what we do know is the following. This first move usually gets reversed. Now, what it's usually been is to the upside. Here, it's to the downside. So we just wait, position ourselves so that we can properly hold on, and then manage the expectation. For the 1 hour chart, this is the day, hello, whoopsie, let's say continue here. The day of this open is somewhere around 411. Not a problem with that, but we expect a little bit more fading before price action turns around. Just get to that 15-minute, 10-minute chart. I hate the tighter ones. Let it stabilize, and then you'll see where you're going. Remember, about 70 to 80% of the market follows these, which is why I share them with you in the morning. So be careful. Remember, this top line is the high of the prior month. Qs are going to try and recapture that. All right? Good luck today, folks. Going to be interesting.